so this video, which I have started and stopped, I'm not kidding, 8 times, is about you downloading Kami. It's Kami. Kami is a tool that you use with Chrome so that you can read and annotate the PDF, the Romeo and Juliet graphic novel. So I know that stinks because it's electronic, but I'm trying to give you opportunities to annotate despite it being electronic, because I know a lot of you like to read the physical books. So this Kami, which is right here, it's listed right here on your on the Google Classroom. So that is the extension for Chrome that we are going to use. Okay, a Chrome extension that's a special thing, that's like a special action that Chrome can do when you're using it. So there's a bunch of different types of extensions. Like I said, this one allows Chromebooks, including Chromebooks, and anytime you use the browser Chrome, and so that could be on your smartphones, that could be on your tablets. If you use Chrome, you can always use this extension. And so you have to use Chrome. That is my son, who is talking about trucks. That is a wee woo truck, Russell. It's a police car. It goes wee woo, and that's why it's a truck. But there are other devices. There are other browsers that you could use, but this extension will not work with those. So some, like Louis, was more than happy to say that Firefox was his goat today. I don't really care. Firefox sucks. Blah. Chrome is better. Now my son is playing with the dog. But so Chrome is the only way that this will work. You have to use Chrome in order for this to work. Okay. So, and again, all Chromebooks in the school use Chrome. Okay, so how does that happen? So extensions always run through Chrome. So when you open you'll notice that I actually have quite a few extensions that I have myself. So here's one extension. It's a timer that whenever I click that button, it is a timer. Oh my god. So like I said, there's a bunch of different extensions you could use. How I use your voice comments, that's here. But how do you actually get the extension? We have to click these 3 little buttons up top here, because you'll notice that it says customize and control Google Chrome. So what you're doing is you're customizing it. When you click that, this tab or this entire tab shows up. Now you want to hover over more tools and then you go to extensions. All right. Now, when I open this up, you're going to see a buttload of different extensions that I have. Like I said, you saw the timer that I have. You saw the talk and comment thing that I use. I have a different PDF viewer, but Kami is the one that I want to use. But I have this, right? So I have it already. Now, yours is typically only going to have 2 or 3 of them, maybe 4 if you're lucky. But at the bottom, it should say get more extensions. Mine doesn't for some reason, and that frustrates me. But so if you're going to do that, you should click on get more extensions. I have to click this extensions down here, and then I have to go to the open Chrome web. So this is the Chrome Web Store, because some extensions cost money, right? So like they'll say free, 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 free. A lot of these are free. Sometimes they will cost money, and so that's why we had to get that. That's why I had to get that special permission. Kami is free, but they needed to just verify that everything was okay.
Mama.
What's up, Russell?
No.
I know Mama's got to finish this, and then I'll be done. Okay? Yeah. He said okay. So when you're searching, just search Kami. What comes up is this. Now this is cute little puppy. Look at that, it's so cute. And it says PDF and document markup. That's the big thing. We are so excited for you to be able to mark this up. So I already have it, and so it asks me to rate it. You're gonna see this button where it says add to Chrome. So that's what you're gonna want to do, is add to Chrome. Now when it adds to Chrome, it's immediately gonna show up, and Kami is going to show up right here. Okay, so this little K at the top of my Chrome bar, that's going to show up every time I go to Chrome. So notice how it's there here. I was looking at a book on Amazon. That's still there. Some papers on Turnitin. It's there. So that K there tells me that it's got Chrome. Now here's what that looks like. Once you've got Kami, and you know you have it because it's got the K up in the top there, if you click on the PDF, so it'll ask you open with Kami. Click that button, and it might ask you to sign in, but oftentimes if you're logged into Chrome, it already has you. And so it's going to download it quick. And now you see it here. So it's going to take a little bit. So here's the actual PDF. Now, of course, I could have used different, like some people have Adobe on their computers, but not everybody has that. And so this is another thing. This will allow you to look at all PDFs, okay? So here's the way Kami works. Here's all the different things that you can use in order to annotate, right? So if there are words you don't know, you could, oh, never mind. Just kidding, that's the free trial. So if there are things that I want to highlight, like maybe I want to highlight something that seems really important in yellow, so then, yep, so then I can do that. That is actually not working how I thought it was. That makes me sad. Oh geez, now it's highlighted everything. Actually, this is good. This is good experience. So I've highlighted way too much, so I can just delete it like that. Or here, so it's taking text highlighter. I don't want to do that. This is just this is box highlighting. So what that means is it's very similar to Turnitin. So things that I want to highlight, if I want to highlight in yellow, I can just put it there like that, and then the highlighting shows up. Now, what I could also do, or I could do a different, what is that? Oh, this just moves that. Okay. So it moves it around. So I can do that, and it stays there. So that stays there, so I know that every time I've annotated something, it's in that. Where's their poop? Yeah, that's where Lucy poops. Lucy's our dog. He's talking about our yard. It's full of dog poop. So if there are some things that I want to annotate, if I want to, like, perhaps write a little text box to myself, what I can do is I can totally just like, two dudes walking. They are Capulets. My son is so much fun. Honey, he's at work. Dada's at work. So I've made myself this annotation, and so now what I'm going to do is if I want to move it around, I totally can. So right, so that's what this is. I could move that over here so I can see it a little better. This also allows you to, oh, never mind, you have to pay for that. But I could also fill this if it seems like there's something that I need it to stand out a little bit more, so that perhaps every time I write my own text, I put it in this bright color here. And so I can underline things, done in yellow. So this is just a way for you to annotate as you go through. And like I said, sometimes it's going to be really important for you to annotate, especially if like you're translating, right? So if you're like, oh, what is going on? I can't turn the water on. So if I'm like trying to translate here, that would be really good for me to get a text box. Oh, I don't know why it's doing that. Or actually, I could even comment in here. So I could leave a general comment, be like, what is happening with the shirtless dude? Right? So that here is telling me that I've left a comment on the side here. And then again, text that shows up, or if I want to create a text box, I can make it as big as I want, and I can use how big a font I want to use, like, whoa! Wait, where did that go? Perhaps that's, oh. Can make it as big as I want. So something that's super crazy. Whoa, look at this guy. Look at this shirtless beast. Yes, Russell. That's... So here. So okay, Russell, I've got to finish up this video and then we can play in the water. Okay?
Yeah.
Almost done. So then when you're done with this, it says saved up here. And you can make sure to Not open.
Water.
You can continue to save it, and it'll ask you to save
Water,
it in where in your
water,
Google.
Water, water.
Honey, you have to be quiet for 2 seconds. Okay? Can you wait for Mama? When you click save, it'll actually ask you where you want to save it. And so like you can open up your Google Drive and say like, oh, since this is my document, where do I want to save it? So you can create a folder that says graphic novels if you want, right? And so put it somewhere in your Google Drive so that you can save it, and that way you've got your annotations all the time. I might want to click autosave, but oh, shoot, I can't. Anyways, you can save regularly by going up here and just clicking the save button. So hopefully you were able to learn a little bit about how to use Kami, and notice how there's a ton of other tools that I highly suggest that you explore to help you annotate. I'm sorry that my son is obsessed with water and the dog and poop in the yard, but hopefully that was just more fun stuff for you to listen to. So that's Kami. I highly suggest you use Chrome so that you can annotate your PDFs. All right. Russell, do you want to say bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
Say bye-bye, class.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye, class. All right.
Water.
Okay, yes, we're going to go play with water.